y'all. Welcome back to Mama's Tea Time, where we're just three mamas spilling our tea and a guest today. But I'm Jessica.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Rachel.
And I'm JJ.
And JJ's here. We're getting a male's perspective on our stories today. This first time. We're well into season 2. So we're well past needing to do this, I feel like.
Yeah, I guess we'll hear a man out, I guess.
I guess. We got a good one. We got JJ. You want to say anything? Besides introducing?
Put him on the
He's
spot.
representing all the males out there. No pressure, no pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. Well, I've got to watch you guys' show like the last 5 or 6 episodes doing the edits on the back end. So I feel like I might be able to bring some perspective to the stories. I think a few of the episodes I had some really good thoughts that I'd love to have shared. But so let's see if I can bring something tonight.
Well,
yes, we love that.
and there we go, you guys.
Love it.
JJ has been editing for us. So that's who he is. And that's who you're seeing edit all of our shenanigans. But I forgot. Who's starting us?
Me.
Let's go.
He said, me.
All right. Well, mine doesn't really have a name. So am I the asshole for seriously considering leaving my partner? For a little bit of context, I have been with my partner for 8 years. The other day, I was at work, and he started sending me pictures of my house trashed because he could not find the air pumps for a brand new, never used air mattress that he had in the house. He was sending me pictures of rooms trashed, asking me where was the pump, saying things like, it's your fault that things go missing, you're a pig, your house should be more organized. If I don't answer, then the rest of my house would continue to be trashed. He said my house was messy anyway, so they figured they would help get me started on organizing, sarcastically. I kept texting saying I don't know where the pump was, and they were probably in the back shed. Sure enough, that's where they were. This gave me anxiety all day, knowing my house was going to be trashed when I got home over an air pump. And he didn't even mention why he needed the air pump. I found out that an old female friend posted on social media that she needed an air pump last minute for her daughter's birthday party. Guess who commented saying he had one? Yep. And still hasn't told me that he lent out our air pump and brand new air mattress still in the package. He is currently acting like nothing happened. Super pissed. Sacrifices my happiness at the expense of others. By the way, I'm not allowed to hang out with friends that are guys, and he claims he's the same way. Any idea the best way to leave him? We have kids together, so it gets complicated. That was all over the place, but
That was all over the place.
She was like manic writing that.
Right? And they're 26. She's 26 and he's 34. So
They're married or just together with kids?
No. It doesn't say. It just says her partner, so I'm assuming they're just together.
Yikes, that was a lot.
Yeah. Well, JJ, would you destroy a house looking for one thing and then blame someone else?
For another female?
Absolutely not. I would not be destroying my house, looking for
yes.
I wouldn't. I would look for it, but I wouldn't be like throwing everything around, making the house a mess for sure.
That's crazy.
Okay, what's with this other female? Why was it?
He called her.
Why was it that intense?
I don't know.
Like for this, like the rush of for a different female, like I don't know, that was weird to be added into that.
Well, I think it's because he didn't give her any details of why he needed it. I think she maybe found this out on her own about the woman on Facebook, is from what I understood.
Yeah.
Sounded very toxic to me too, because he was sending her pictures of the destroyed house, wondering where the pump was. Like why? What was his urgency about? Like, was he trying to impress this girl?
Exactly.
I'm getting you this pump. I'll get it to you right away. I'm here to help you out.
And probably not helping clean up the mess he made either.
Oh no, she's already decided that she's leaving him. She just said,
Oh, yeah, no,
with kids."
There has to be
Right?
more to the story that we don't know. If she's just like,
No, that's like
Like-
one scenario.
yeah, like what happened, 2 weeks ago? Did he do something else and then this was the last straw? Because how do you go from that to being like, I'm
done.
leaving him.
Yeah.
How should I do it?
I'm not justifying it. That was pretty psycho.
We'll put it on Facebook like the lady was looking for an air pump. Or whatever that was.
She's posted other too, like how to.
He
how to
like
find
really
out if your
wanted to
partner
help
was
her.
cheating.
What?
She has another post, like another whole nother story that person does.
Oh my gosh. Is it in
And
relation to this
How
one?
did you find out? Yeah, well, kind of, I guess. How do you find out if your partner was cheating, and how did you leave him?
I knew it. And there was totally a connection. There's totally a connection.
That one
He
was
really
posted
wanted to
about
help
a month
Oh.
her.
ago.
And the one from today was posted, or the one you just read is from
Today.
recently?
Today.
Oh. So
So
she
she
knows.
already-
She had her suspicions already.
Yeah, she knows. And I guess this was the last straw. We need more context than that, babe.
Right?
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Let us know ahead of time at the beginning of the story that you already caught him cheating or whatever.
Yeah.
And now he's
Probably-
trashing your house.
Probably with the air pump girl.
Right?
I mean, just one-off episode of being destructive to the house, looking for something doesn't warrant leaving a person, but
Cheating.
obviously there's something else in the back. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, you go from he destroyed the house to how do I leave him? Like what? We need a little bit more.
Like, how do I
tea
make
there.
him clean it up? How do I make him clean it up? Instead of how do I leave him?
I'm leaving, so how do I do it? I have 2 kids. Committed. She's
No, they have-
committed to it.
They have 4 kids.
Oh,
I was
4
looking
kids.
at the other
Okay.
post. They have 4 kids. But she said he's been cheating and saving nudes on his computer of other girls.
Oh my gosh. Is this in
And
the
has
comments?
No, this is the other post.
Tea.
I just skimming through the other posts.
Hot.
We love a good backstory update, more info.
Context is key.
Right?
Yeah. What an awful individual. To cheat
Yeah.
and then destroy a house. Like, you were wrong to begin with, and now you're just an awful person.
Yeah. Well, he already knows. He's probably like, it's already done. She's probably already said that. So he's like, I don't care.
Yeah. Bye. I'm
And
gonna.
bye. I'm gonna
he's-
make your life harder.
He's basically freeloading at that point.
Yep.
Yeah,
But the air pump, though, really important.
do it
Really, really.
right off the edge there.
Not your 4 kids, but the air pump for this lady.
This lady and her daughter. You already have 4. You don't need another one. I'm just kidding.
Thank you. Next.
Dang. Well, maybe she'll
God.
post some more. We need to, like, turn her notification bell on for next time she posts.
I'll keep her. Yeah, I'll keep her stuff.
I wonder how long that's been going on.
Yeah. Though they've been together for, what'd you say, 8 years?
She said 8 years.
Like, how long has there been problems?
Yeah. The world may never know.
How did she find out he was cheating?
You said the first story was a month ago, right? The other
Yeah,
the
where
other-
she said he was cheating. That was a month ago.
So it's been at
And
least a
then
month.
This one was been at least a month.
Why is she
This one
still
was
doing that?
today.
I'd be like, bye.
Right.
Yeah.
we find out secretly she already kicked him out, and he's got to get the pump for
The
the air
pump
mattress.
Yeah. Pump for the air mattress. Yeah.
You actually can't have that. It's mine. I purchased it.
Right.
She has to give him 30 days. 30-day notice to kick him out. How
Maybe
awkward
that's
is
why
that?
he crashed her place. She already gave him the 30 days.
Yikes.
Well, that's
Well, that's
kicking us
spicy.
off pretty spicy, I feel like. And you came with, well, you found other stories that had more info, which Really,
We're here for it.
I now need another update to see how she decided to leave him.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I will keep it, and I will keep looking.
I'm curious, yeah, what she's gonna do. Like how old are the kids? Like I feel like all that matters. Are the kids older? Are the kids younger? I feel like that makes it a little bit harder.
Yeah. And maybe we'll never find out.
Well, she shares everything else. She might put that out there. She's putting all the business out there.
Totally should comment on it and tell her we're reading it on our podcast.
Honestly, just tell her to make a TikTok about it. I'll follow it.
Right?
Yeah. I'll be your biggest fan.
First follower right here. Just kidding. All right.
That's great. All right, who's next? Is it
It's
good
you,
old
Miss Ma'am?
It's me? Okay, cool. Okay, are we ready?
Yes, I'm locked in.
Got the tea, guys. I got the tea. My 26 female, husband's 26 male, family keeps referring to me as his best friend. What does this mean? God, how awkward would that be?
Well, no, I'll wait.
Oh, wait. My husband, Robbie, 26 male, and I, 26 female, got married early this year. It was a beautiful day, and I felt so much love and support from both sides of our family. 2 months after our wedding, we celebrated my birthday at my in-laws' house. It was nothing major, just a dinner and a night together with me, my husband, his mom, dad, and sister. This is the first night I noticed them referring to me as Robbie's best friend. After I'm sorry. After my birthday dinner, we were all sitting together in the living room, just chatting, having some drinks. That's when my sister-in-law got on the phone call with a good friend of hers. When she answered the phone and her friend asked what she was doing, she replied that it was her brother's best friend's birthday. I had never heard anyone refer to me as Robbie's best friend. I'm his wife, and before that, we were engaged for over 2 years. Hearing my sister-in-law refer to me like that confused me greatly. I always referred to her as my sister-in-law, and I would expect her to do the same. Or maybe even Robbie's wife, but certainly not best friend.
So sorry.
I know. I can't even imagine. After my sister-in-law hung up the phone, I asked her why she referred to me the way she did. She did not seem to be shocked. She just said, "Well, you are best friends, and that's what mom and dad call you," referring to mother-in-law and father-in-law. My sister-in-law and I are no means very close, but we are nice to each other and have never had any fights. We just don't hang out outside of family functions because our personalities are very different. She never made it seem like she was annoyed or mad at me. Okay. I decided to let it go that night, even though it weirded me out. But then it happened again a few days ago, which is why I'm writing this post. My mother-in-law both work in the same industry, doing similar jobs, but at different companies in the area. Sometimes our companies collaborate and we have clients who switch over. This week we had that happen and I had to pay a visit to my mother-in-law's office to help a client transition. My mother-in-law was in the office, so I stopped by to say hello. While I was there, she introduced me to her colleague. Once again, I was shocked by how she did it. She said, "This is my son's best friend." As I was shaking hands with the colleague, I paused and awkwardly said, "I'm his wife." The colleague looked confused by my mother-in-law, continued to smile, and didn't address it. Once we were alone, I asked my mother-in-law why she referred to me like that. Just like my sister-in-law, she didn't seem like it was weird at all and said the same thing. "Well, you are best friends." The only thing that I can think to explain this is that in my vows to Robbie, I promised to continue being his best friend. Nobody acted like this was odd or special. I feel like it's pretty common thing to put in your vows, so I'm not sure why Robbie's family seemed to be clung to it unless it has nothing to do with it, with anything. I've spoken to Robbie about this too, and he also was shocked by it. He asked his parents privately about it and gave him this, and they gave him the same answer they're giving me. It all just seems some sort of bullying behavior to me, but I've never felt a sense of that from them before. Are they calling me his best friend because they don't like the fact that I'm his wife? Or is it some inside joke that they've been in on without me? I'm not sure what to do or to make of it, especially because in-laws are acting like it's not an issue when I bring it up. Yes, I'm Robbie's best friend, but I'm also his life partner. I don't know what to do. Any input or advice would be welcomed. Oh, God.
What the
I
heck?
wouldn't even know.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
how
mean, my
awkward.
husband is one of my best friends, but I wouldn't call him my best friend, introduce him that way.
I
That's
would
my
say
best
it.
friend.
I would
Really
say it
odd.
to his face, but yeah, I wouldn't, like, if I'm meeting
Yeah.
someone new, I'd be like, and this is my best friend.
I can't.
Right.
That's giving like, this is my gay best friend.
Yeah, it is. Or like friend zone.
Uh,
I'm friend zoning my husband.
oh my
Like
gosh.
what?
I feel like the family's trolling her. I
Yeah.
think she's probably right about the vows, and they're like, "Why is he referring to him as his best friend?" So they're like, just a back end inside joke, just calling her best friend all the time. I feel like they're trolling her.
But yeah, but that's insane because Camden is my best friend.
I'm gonna start saying that when I'm around you.
Like, I have
It's your best friend.
my best friend is my husband. I tell him everything. No, but like, I feel like best friends is like a really, I don't know, like it's like an important person in your life, someone you share everything with, and that also just happens to be my husband.
I'm all for a good joke, guys. I'm a prankster.
We know that.
I wouldn't be able to be serious enough to be like when she was asking about it. But I could totally like make the joke of like, this is my brother's best friend. Like, I could see myself doing that, but I wouldn't be able to keep it that serious, especially if they called me out on it. If that was a joke and they were that serious,
Props to
clap.
them.
Like, yeah, like snaps. Come on.
So whenever you were telling the story, I was in my head, well, kind of and out loud sometimes laughing because I just tried to picture me being in a situation where my sister-in-law would be like, and this is my brother's best friend.
Here, it's Robbie's best friend's birthday party.
Instead
that
of
would be funny for me because my sister-in-law is one of my best friends. So
yeah.
for her,
It's
to do
just like
that would be weird.
My sister-in-law we're really close. Like, we hang out all the time. And I just can't. Like, sister-in-law is so much shorter to say than Robbie's best friend's birthday.
it's like intentional. Exactly what JJ said. It's intentional, I think.
I hope
Like,
so.
who says it like that too? Oh, I'm here for a birthday party, or like you wouldn't say that. Like,
And the fact that they're saying the same thing whenever asked the question about the best friend, like, well, you are his best friend, like, and keeping that straight face. I mean, they've got some really good long game on this joke.
Right. I feel like they all sat around and decided to do this together.
Ooh, what if, now look at me trying to figure out their plot. But they just got married this year, right? What if it's like a plan they had to like keep this joke up for the first year of their marriage?
oh my God, there's an update, guys.
Oh.
I didn't read it, but it said shit hit the fan.
Uh-oh.
This is actually live tea. It said, unfortunately for my relationship with Robbie's family, shit has hit the fan. Yesterday afternoon, Robbie and I were invited over to his parents' house for dinner. I have a big project due this week at work, so I needed to stay home and wrap it up. I told Robbie to go catch up with his family while I order pizza. Apparently, this is when Robbie decided he was going to set things straight and figure out why his mom and sister keep referring to me as his best friend. Good for him. Please keep in mind that I'm telling this story based on the details that my husband has given me. Okay, love that. Robbie has a normal dinner with his folks, but they are all drinking a bit more than usual. Uh-oh. Robbie decided to bring over some scotch, and one of his groomsmen gave him for the wedding. So him and his dad were especially loose. Robbie and his dad tend to have guy time together after dinners, where they hang out in his dad's garage and talk about car stuff and projects at work. This is where Robbie confronted his dad about the whole situation. From what I can tell, the father-in-law, or the information, he got information out of the father-in-law, but eventually he admitted to Robbie that my mother-in-law and sister-in-law and him were all in some sort of bet as to how long mine and Robbie's marriage was going to last. Father-in-law bet that we would stay together. Mother-in-law bet less than 1 year. Sister-in-law bet less than 6 months. Apparently, there was a cash prize involved. I don't really want to know how much it was. Father-in-law admitted that he believes the whole best friend mockery was a way to get under my skin and cause doubts about my relationship with Robbie and his family. They think that if they acted like it was not a non-issue for long enough, that it would drive me crazy and start making me angry at Robbie for not intervening. Robbie then says he stormed into the house to confront his mom about this all. It ended in a screaming match between Robbie, mother-in-law, and father-in-law. Robbie eventually stormed out, walked to the nearby gas station, and from there he called me for a ride since he couldn't drive. This morning when I drove Robbie back to his car, we had a horrible, awkward confrontation with his family. Mother-in-law is apparently pissed at father-in-law for portraying the secret, and they were fighting about it all night. Father-in-law will be staying with us in the extra bedroom for a couple days or until they can calm down and talk to each other again. Robbie is now set on going no contact with his mom and sister. He is angry with his dad, but is more willing to forgive him. Personally, I would prefer if we saw a family therapist before doing this, but we are still ironing out the details. Hopefully we can get through this and both marriages intact.
Wow.
That was some tea.
More sinister than I thought.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know about the bet. No one caught that. No one.
I would have
None of
never
us.
guessed.
No.
We thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
'Cause
She goes.
I have no words. That's messed up. That needs to be a
That's
Lifetime movie right there.
Yes. I'd watch that movie.
Blame it
For
on
real.
the alcohol.
Yeah, you know, the few times that alcohol comes in clutch.
I know what.
When you get to the bottom of a mystery.
Oh my god, that guy talk, man.
Yeah, when they were broing out, you know, sometimes it gets real and deep. And you spill all your secrets.
Yes.
I know.
Dang.
Dang. Poor girl, honestly. I mean,
Right.
poor husband too,
Poor
but
guy,
like,
too.
yeah, poor guy too, but like, I'm saying poor girl because like, that they don't, the mom and sister bullied her pretty much
Yeah.
into thinking that they don't like her, and maybe they don't, but to make a bet on how long a marriage is gonna last
God, that's
and then
sick.
try to sabotage it is what they
Yeah.
were doing.
That's the worst part, because not only did they make a bet on how long it lasts, they created a scenario to actually drive that separation even further. Like the to just piss her off so that she started doubting everything. Like that's even further than just betting on if the marriage will last.
You did say at the end of, or they said at the end of the update, seeing if both marriages would last. I guess it's caused problems between the poster, the original poster, and her husband.
No, it's like the wife. Okay, so it's like the mom, the father-in-law, the mother-in-law, and then the actual.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess it's causing
Oh.
problems now between the.
I mean, I'm sure it's putting a strain on their relationship.
Yeah, because he's got to basically choose, like, ditch his parents for her, or, which I feel like when you get married, we've had this talk before. When you get married,
Yeah.
I want to give props to the husband though. The fact that he like went and tried to bring it to a head. Like he didn't just because he didn't cower to his parents. He actually stood up for his wife and said, hey, I need to know what's going on. This is not right. Something's up. Can you he tried to figure it out versus just okay, it's nothing, no big deal, just forget about it. They're weird. He actually worked to try to figure it out.
yeah. Good
Come
for
to
him.
find out it was worse than he thought though.
Oh my gosh, that's awful.
I know. I didn't even see that update. Like, I didn't know that before coming into this. I didn't know that there was an update, and so I looked at it. I'm like, oh shoot.
Dang. Yeah, but hey, they said your favorite thing,
therapy. Which I think she suggested that. So good for her. She could be like, choose.
She wants it all to work out.
Yeah, she's wanting like good intention.
therapy.
Yeah, she's wanting like good intention. Yeah.
Everybody
in the
don't just cut them off. Let's
office.
just have therapy.
Oh my goodness.
I think the only way to come back from that is like taking ownership, apologizing, and like obviously going to therapy. But ownership and apologizing, recognizing that you're wrong for it.
Sister would actually take ownership of that. That's some really dark shit. So
they are the ones that have something deep down. Like, unless there was something that happened prior to them getting married that's not being mentioned. But if it was only the mom and the sister and the dad was like, no, they're going to last. Like, I don't know. Like, what if she did something crazy before they got married and now the mom and sister don't like her?
Yeah.
But we'll probably never know that.
No, yeah. That's wild. I was not expecting that
turn of events.
Yeah.
But I'm actually good because I'm glad that happened because I'm a very direct person too. Like I would be like, all right, what's going on with this? Like,
and to
speak your truth.
And to bring it into work, like into a professional setting.
Oh God, that's dedication.
For real.
Like awkwardness too. Like it had to be awkward, Like,
yeah, she was like, "What do you mean I'm his wife?" In front of like this. I don't know what the meeting was, but like, what if it was something really important, like a promotion was on the horizon for her, and then that would just be like so awkward.
I'm glad he intervened.
Sucks that it turned out the way that it did, but.
And then we found out more. It was more than just like, okay, you're being funny, whatever. You're saying, hey, best friend, or this is his best friend. You had a bet. You were betting that they wouldn't last. Like, there was all that toxic stuff going on. Like, what?
It's better to find out now, though, than it actually caused problems and then find out later on that is the reason that, that could have caused problems in the marriage and then that marriage end.
Yeah.
You know what they say? Sometimes when you drink, it lets out your true, like, what you want to get out. And that dad has just been sitting on that secret. Wanting to get it out. Because he, probably loves his son. But he also loves his wife. And his wife is being a B word.
A B word.
Gotta keep it clean. Dang.
Oofta.
That's
heavy. I would not want to be a part of that because that doesn't feel good. Like then Okay, even if you go to therapy and you work on things, you're still gonna be like,
This happened.
ick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You didn't want us to be together.
Probably always be awkward.
And I guess
Mhm.
that's I guess that is why it would put a strain on their marriage too, because you have to be like, well, we have to live with like this the rest of our lives if we're gonna keep your family.
We're gonna keep them
If we're gonna keep
like it's a puppy.
Well, the dad is staying with them
New
right
one.
now.
You know, I feel bad, but I want to know how much the bet was for. What was the cash prize?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
we need to know. Need to know the numbers.
What if they're like rich
Right.
bougie people? Like that
I got
seems
that
like
vibe too. I got the vibe that they were too.
like they're used to not lasting through marriages and
Yeah.
like basically a Lifetime movie, or a Hallmark movie.
People are all saying it's like a reality TV show.
Oh, I would watch it 100%. It's giving
Yes,
It's
we can make
wild.
like a 9-episode series there. Like seeing how many times they control the
Wonder if we can
daughter-in-law.
wonder if they'll come on our podcast.
Hey, we're doing a little podcast. Can you get on here and tell us more? If you're out there listening and that was your story,
Right.
Slide in the DMs.
slide in our DMs.
We love it. All right. Well,
that turned out spicier than I was expecting.
woof. Turned.
Well, I have one. I don't know if it's like super juicy, but we'll see what y'all think. Am I the asshole for kicking my friend out of my apartment? They're very sweet, this person. They started and said, "Hello, I'll try to keep this somewhat short."
That's cute.
It's kind of short, but I, 23 female, recently moved into a new apartment about 20 minutes away from my parents' place. Only my family and best friend know my address. Most of my other friends, including B, who is a 26-year-old female, only know the town. B has been upset that I haven't shared my new address with her. My reasons are the following. 1, the place isn't fully set up yet, with boxes everywhere, pictures still not hung up, and half-built furniture. I don't feel comfortable having guests over yet. And 2, I've been hesitant to give B my address because she often shows up unannounced, even if I say I'm busy. She's been doing this for almost 2 years, disregarding my plans and getting upset if she doesn't get my full attention. Despite many conversations and attempts to set boundaries, she continues to show up and act like we never talked about it. I explained my reasons to her, promising that once I'm settled, I'll invite everyone over. In the meantime, I still see B regularly, about twice a week for dinners, lunches, and group hangouts. However, she insists this isn't enough and says I should see her 3 to 4 times a week, and it doesn't count if it isn't just the two of us. Last weekend, right, I read that earlier and I was like, that's yucky. Last weekend, she brought this up in front of our friends, but they surprisingly agreed with me that she should respect my boundaries. I thought the issue was resolved, but then today happened. Today, on my day off, I plan to catch up on chores, do some writing, and meet B in the evening to go to the gym and grab dinner. While making lunch, my doorbell rang, but I ignored it, thinking it was just someone from the local church again. Preach, sister. Then there was a knock on my door, so I checked, and it was B. She explained with a big grin that she had been driving around town trying to find my car, and after spotting it, rang all the doorbells nearby until she found me.
Oh my gosh.
Ew, what?
Oh
Doorbell?
my gosh.
When I didn't let her in, she convinced a neighbor to let her up. At this point, I kind of snapped. I felt incredibly violated and told her she was crazy with nothing better to do and that she shouldn't come by anymore, and I canceled our plans for later. She refused to leave, insisting I was overreacting and should be flattered she wanted to see me so badly.
Flattered.
I ended up physically pushing her out and closing the door. She kept knocking and yelling for 15 minutes before she finally left. Since then, my phone has been blowing up with messages from friends calling me an asshole for how I handled it. I do regret raising my voice and calling her crazy, but I still feel like I have a right to set boundaries. So, am I the asshole? And if so, how can I fix this?
I've seen this movie. Careful, girl, you die.
Yeah. Right?
Oh my god, that's scary.
That is
Very
that's
cringy.
very scary behavior.
Restraining
Honestly,
order.
I don't know if I believe B that she was ringing all the doorbells. That she probably followed her home one day after a meetup
Probably.
just to follow her. She probably did that versus ringing on every doorbell.
That's exactly what
That's
I was thinking.
definitely stalker behavior over here.
Definitely saw like a piece of mail or something.
Yeah.
There's your address.
Something.
Well,
Your driver's license.
It does sound like she lives in like an apartment building because they said let her up. So maybe at that point, once she figured out probably by following which apartment it was, and then probably did ring some doorbells to figure out which door it was.
Ick. I got the ick, man.
That is very disgusting.
I don't think she not only I think it's like she likes her, like
Well, so you said that, and
flatter made me think.
someone
I don't
commented and said, "You're not the asshole. Boundaries are important. Your friend is unhinged and weird. Does she like you in a romantic way? Maybe why she's obsessed with you." And they commented and said, "I don't think so. She has been in a relationship with her boyfriend for almost a year now, and she has never expressed any feelings that aren't platonic towards me. Or if she did, I did not realize it."
Well, but the
Whoa.
whole we have to
Behavior.
see each other so many times a day or so many times a week, and it's just the two of us.
Yeah, that's
Ew.
She's like likes her.
or it's giving like Jeffrey Dahmer vibes.
No, I said I've seen this movie. It's called Roommate. It's a thriller.
Yes.
You die, girl. No, she actually survives, but she's gonna try to get you.
Whoa. Oh my god, she's gonna try to look like her. That's the next step.
That's disgusting.
That's
Like,
crazy, right?
It's like
I would
gross
be moving.
behavior.
Again,
I would go to the police station and file a restraining order.
Probably move too.
Yeah, honestly, and all the friends in the friend group saying that she's in the wrong, I'm like, okay, I need new friends too. Might as well
Right.
move at that point. If no one was on my side, I'd be so
Oh
pissed.
god.
Well, I'm sure that B ran to all of them and told them the sob story of how she acted and didn't really explain all the details of how she was all up in her business, coming to her house unannounced,
Yeah.
wanting to spend so much time with her.
Yeah,
Ew.
we need to hang out 3 to 4 times and just us.
Okay, can we just like hear the boyfriend? If she had a boyfriend, like his perspective, like okay, if you wanting to hang out with her 3 to 4 times with just them two, like okay, when you hanging out with your boyfriend, like
Yeah. 3 to 4 times a week is a lot.
that's
Especially when you're
excessive.
working. If like I'm assuming she probably goes to work.
Ew, I'm
I'd
getting
be
the
and
spending
the
ick.
friend has a boyfriend.
the stalker girl has a
Has a boyfriend.
yeah.
That's what we were saying. Like that's why the comment said that. So she doesn't think it's romantic. She just
And
I don't
it
think-
might not be romantic. It might be something going on up there and she's got a very weird obsession. Or maybe she is closeted.
closeted.
And
Maybe that's her best friend, you know.
tying it
Oh
into the
my
last one.
god.
And this is my best friend.
This is my best friend, aka wife. It's connected.
Oh my gosh, it's the same people. I'm just kidding. Yeah, people are in the comments saying this girl is your stalker. She is a stalker. Like, she's obsessed with you. You need to let all the friends know like what really happened. Someone said, not the asshole. And then in all caps, girl, that's not a friend. That's a stalker.
Yeah, there's a difference. Don't be saying friends. You're mislabeling
Mm-hmm.
her.
People are
I
going
think
as...
like
Go ahead.
I'm just looking at it from perspective like you said the one girl is 23 and one is 26. I mean, you're not in your teens anymore. You're not like hanging out like all day every day with your friends. I mean, you're moving on, getting about your life. Like it's really weird behavior. You know, and I think the older friend is actually the B, right? B is 26,
Is the
right?
older one, yeah.
It's so odd. That's just odd
Ew.
behavior.
I didn't catch that she was the older one.
I won't read some of these meaner ones.
There's some trauma, like weird attachment. There's some mental health stuff going on for sure.
Oh, I found another comment that she did. So someone asked, is she doing this with other friends or is it just you?
I mean, that's a good question.
And then the original poster said, as far as I know, she isn't like this with most of our friends. Maybe with my best friend, who is her cousin. I know that most of the time when she isn't with me or at work, she shows up at his place to hang out there. Whenever I talked to him about it, he said he's a little annoyed by it, but doesn't really mind it that much. So it can't be at the level where they're like stalking you to figure out where you live. Right. That just brings it to a whole nother level. To be like, I drove around town until I found your car.
Well, I think it's like when she started putting the boundaries up is when it intensified. So if the cousin doesn't have those boundaries, she can just freely come and go and hang out whenever. It's probably not an issue. It's when the other girl was pushing back and like, no, we're not going to hang out that much. We're not going to whatever. Like having those boundaries, she got like possessive almost, like you're getting taken away from me type thing, and she got weird.
Doesn't like to be told
That's
no.
the vibe I got. Yeah.
Maybe
which is like weird. Red flag for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying red flags.
That's another level of not wanting to hear no.
Yeah. No, I mean she straight up heard no as yes and more please.
She's like, watch me, I will be there.
Oh, you said no? Well, get ready for this.
Yeah. She said, I'll find where you live.
You trying to challenge me?
I'll bang on that door 15 minutes. Watch me.
You don't think I will?
Clinger. Okay.
That's a stage 5 clinger right there.
Some people are into that, so I guess that's not our dive.
Hey, I'm just as clingy as the next gal, but that brings it to a whole nother level.
That's restraining order type.
Yeah.
I almost want more backstory, like how they became friends, like how their friendship developed, like something like how long they've been friends.
Yeah, I don't know, because they have a friend group, and she's the cousin of someone in that friend group, so that's probably how it entered in. Like,
I don't understand how they can defend the behavior.
I don't either, unless she's the only normal one in the group. Like,
imagine they've been friends for 1 month, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Make it work.
Like, I don't really know them. We took one yoga class together.
Like, what's your name again?
Well, dang.
God.
Dang.
Well,
there's that.
I've been getting a restraining order.
Yeah.
Well, we spilled the tea, guys. It was spicy, and a turn of events on, I feel like, in each one of our stories.
Yes.
And we had a special guest. So, JJ, thanks for joining us. We love it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, we need to subscribe. We need to share. We are on Spotify, YouTube, so wherever you're listening or watching, thank you so much. And we are just 3 mamas.
Spilling the tea.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.